Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Snow Globe, formerly known as TD Place Stadium, for what will surely be a Canadian Premier League final that we will never forget. With the hosts, if you've been with us for the playoff run so far, you'll notice this team looks very similar. It's completely unchanged. A 3-4-3 for Diego Mejia. The only change to the matchday roster is the inclusion of Sergio Camargo, who's been out since the outcome dealing with a calf injury. He replaces Nicholas Valling. John, 45 seconds in the books. What's going through your mind as you see the first moments of this final unfold?
Both teams have embraced the elements today. As you've seen on the left-hand side, Gabriel Antonoro getting forward quickly with pace. Direct balls over the top are going to cause problems today.
Carducci out of his goal. Rodriguez! Just high! Everyone in green preaches calm. Carducci thanks his lucky stars.
Well, this is what you have to do today, Adam. Limit the mistakes. Carducci makes a huge mistake there.
It's just too much for Koke. Spotting Fraser Aird. The orange ball goes wide. Back in for Warshevsky. Turning, but closed down. Now Mercy Metz just outside the box. Cavalry want to foul. They're not going to get it. And look out the other way. Sam Salter sends it wide. Still Wielden Jr. up in arms about what he thought was a sure foul.
The amount of pace that they're coming at, and they just can't slow down on this surface. Saw a backing dribble through two people there.
And Bomeo nearly plays that off his arm. Warshevsky with the first shot on target of the match. Scuffed it as he swung his left foot down. He couldn't find the sweet spot of the football.
Good opportunity here for Warshevsky. He just catches more snow than anything else. Simple save from Nate Ingham.
And to make sure the ball stays in front of him, close enough to dribble and be effective. This is quite effective. The tackle's in the box, and the penalty's awarded. Diego Mejia sprinting to the fourth official to voice his displeasure, but there was absolutely no hesitation from Mikael Venn. Both of these teams with direct wingers that can cause problems in the snow. Unleash them, John Conway.
Well, great turn from Mutini. He drives forward on the dribble, going after the defenders, and two defenders are there to help out. Stepping from Bomeo misses, and then Dos Santos comes in from behind and catches him. Way to be aggressive from Mutini, taking the ball, driving forward, and putting the defenders for Ottawa under pressure.
So it will be Fraser Aird to take this penalty. He is 1 for 1, having scored in his backyard in Toronto against York United earlier this year. Going up against Ingham, who's 1 for 2. It's Aird! Advantage to the Cavs! Snowballs being thrown at Aird from Section W, the supporters. I don't think you'll even feel it. Fraser Aird gets to play the villain away from home, and Cavalry, the defending North Star Cup champions, are in familiar territory leading the final.
Calm and cool, Fraser Aird steps up, sends Nate Ingham the wrong way, slots it low to the goalkeeper's right.
Rodriguez, Dos Santos into the box, Club gets a touch. Aird wasn't sure who was last off and didn't want to make a bad situation worse, so he pulls out and concedes the corner as a result. No doubt about this corner. Kevin Dos Santos will put it in the box. In swinger, Elva, I believe, nods it out. Now Cloutier trying to cross. Anyone's to claim in the air. Bicycle! Oh my golazo! The most incredible goal in CPL history levels this final. The Magic Man makes it 1-1.
Through the snowflakes, David Rodriguez with an incredible finish. Corner kick, balls bouncing around. Cavalry can't clear their lines. We see the initial ball in, and Elva does a good job of getting it out, but the ball's not cleared. And this ball just floats back into a position for Rodriguez, who creeps in and goes overhead kick past Chowdhury. Incredible finish from David Rodriguez. And we got a tie game in the snow in Ottawa, our nation's capital, for the New Star Cup.
Chowdhury restarting, going into the wind, though it has come slightly. The snow sure hasn't. Klump outside the box, high, hits the stanchion. David Rodriguez trying to win this match all by himself. He's a game breaker. This year's champion. Cavalry will feel certainly aggrieved if they don't score here. Warshevsky into the box off Salter, just missing the post, nearly an own goal from the Golden Boot winner.
Great ball in from Warshevsky, and even better defending from Salter. And what this also does is puts Warshevsky back up at the number 9.
What this also does is send Atletico Ottawa the other way. They go quick on the restart. Rodriguez at the goal line, just enough from Chowdhury. Patterson drills it into traffic. 10-bell fire for Cavalry, no room for error, and they survive. What savvy play to restart so fast all the way down the pitch. Rodriguez almost created another moment of Ottawa magic.
Ottawa on the doorstep, and a tremendous sliding tackle from the substitute Baldisi.
But Ottawa, they have been the aggressors in extra time. Rodriguez is down again. Chowdhury comes out, but Rodriguez chips him. David Rodriguez! What can't he do? Atletico Ottawa lead at home in this wildest of championship matches.
Well, we've seen how dangerous he's been on this left-hand side. And a direct ball over the top from Manny Aparicio releases Rodriguez. Calm, cool, and collected. He slips it past the goalkeeper, Marco Chowdhury. Great ball over the top, but there's a bit of a hesitation from Chowdhury to come out. And that slight bit of hesitation prevents him from getting there to impact the play, to impact the ball. If he would have just came straight out, he would have got there cleanly and won that ball. But he pauses and reacts to the bounce, and that favors Rodriguez. Live off the second balls, and a misclears from Ottawa.
Airds, good-looking cross. Nate tries to claim it. Here's the follow-up drill that the keeper spilled. Cobbs doesn't get there in time. Well-read moment from Fraser Airds. Salove, that's not the ball that Antigone needed. Baldissimo. Klump goes ahead. Ingham makes the catch and leaves no crumbs. Atletico Ottawa, and a season of the utmost redemption, have gotten their second shot of the North Star Cup, and tonight they will hoist it at TD Place. Canadian Premier League final we will never ever forget. Through the blizzard, it's Atleti who stand atop the mountain and are your Canadian Premier League champions.
Nate Ingham and Alberto Zapata, you have a trophy to lift.